we have a description of these overhead planes, these four planes: higher mind, illumined mind, intuition, overmind, in Savitri itself. In Book 10, Canto 4, Savitri is giving a lesson to God of Death. Savitri is giving a lesson to Yama about the overhead planes, about what one may say, the kind of art which is present in Savitri, the overhead poetry. Here is a passage from the higher mind, describing the higher mind, the quality, the nature, the character of the higher mind from Savitri. On summit mind are radiant altitudes, exposed to the luster of infinity. On summit mind, altitudes exposed to the luster of infinity. Outskirts and dependencies of the house of truth appraise states of mind and measureless. 146.48. There man can visit those altitudes, there man can visit, but there he cannot live. His mental makeup is such that he cannot live there in the spiritual plane of the higher mind on those summit peaks. A cosmic thought spreads out its vastitudes. Its smallest parts are here. Philosophies challenging with their detailed immensity, each figuring an omniscient scheme of things, each figuring an omniscient scheme of things. That is the higher mind. Next to the higher mind comes, above the higher mind comes the illumined mind. But higher still can climb the ascending light. There are vast of vision and eternal sun, oceans of an immortal luminosity, flame hills, assaulting heaven with their peal. Their dwelling all becomes a blaze of sight, a burning head of vision leads the mind. Thought trails behind it its long comet tail. The heart glows and illuminate and sear, and sense is kindled into identity. There are vast of vision and eternal sun, that is illumined mind. Vast of vision and eternal suns. Oh, about the illumined mind is intuition. A highest flight climbs to a deepest view. In a wide opening of his native sky, intuition's lightnings reign in a bright pack, hunting all hidden truth out of the lair. His fiery edge of seeing the absolute flews into locked unknown retreats of self. Rummaging the sky recesses of the brain, lights up the occult chambers of the heart. His spear point dictates of discovery, press on the cover of name, the screen of form. Strips bare the secret soul of all that is intuition. She, the Vedic Sarma, who hunts out the truth that is kept hidden in the caves by the enemy, by the Panis, by the world. Intuition's lightnings range in a bright pack, hunting all hidden truths. Hunting, that is the Sarma. Thought there has revelation, sun bright eyes. Thought itself is a person with sun bright eyes. The word, a mighty and inspiring voice, enters to its inmost cabin of privacy and tears away the veil from God and life. At the topmost level is the overmind. Then stretches the boundless finite vast expanse, boundless finite vast expanse, boundless finite That is the Einsteinian phrase, boundless finite. There then stretches the boundless finite, thus expands the cosmic empire of the overmind, time buffer state bordering eternity. Overmind is the topmost plane of the lower hemisphere. Above that, from that point onward above, begins the supermind, bordering eternity, too vast for the experience of man's soul. All here gathers beneath one golden sky. The power that could be, the power that builds the cosmos stationary in its house of infinite possibility. Each God from there builds his own nature's world. Ideas are phalanx like a group of some. Ideas are phalanx like a group of some. Thought crowds in masses seized by one regard. All time is one body. Space a single book. There is the goddess universal game, and there the boundaries of immortal mind, the line that pass the line that pass and joins the hemisphere, closes in on the labor of the god, quenching eternity from the toil of time. This overmind plane is the one from which begins down below the ignorance. It has the knowledge of multiplicity without the knowledge of unity. Both the knowledge of multiplicity and the knowledge of unity is available only to supermind. It is in the upper hemisphere, in the transcendental, that knowledge is available. Therefore, the overmind plane is a kind of a border between the lower and the upper. There might be grades and ranges between overmind and supermind, but in principle, the multiplicity without the knowledge of unity down below begins with overmind. Multiplicity. Therefore, we have here the form builders, gods and goddesses, the form builders, formateos in the overmind world. Each god from there builds his own nature's world. Shiva has his own world. Vishnu has his own world. Each god has his own world at this point without the knowledge of unity. And beyond his overhead planes, above the mental, the whole range of spiritual planes, higher mind, illumined mind, intuition over mind. Beyond his overhead plane are the realms of pure gold. From here begins the supramental expression, supramental creation. The truth supreme, in her glorious kingdom of eternal light, all ruler, ruled by none, the truth supreme, omnipotent, omniscient alone, in a golden country keeps her measureless sound. In its corridor, she hears the tread that comes out of the unmanifest, never to return, till the unknown is known and seen by men. So that is what truth does. What does she do? Out of the unmanifest, she hears the tread that comes, till the unknown is known and seen by men. And then, about the truth supreme, the immortal supermind, there is a world of everlasting light in the realms of the immortal supermind. Truth, who hides here her head in mystery, her riddle deemed by reason impossible, in the stark structure of material form, unenigmatic lives, unmasked her face, and there is nature and the common law of things. There is in a body made of spirit. There in a body made of spirit stuff. Body made of spirit stuff. The earth stone of the everlasting fire. The cosmic vision, a spiritual sun, feels all the infinite lost in finite form, and seen through a quivering ecstasy of light, discover the bright face of the body lamp. The spirit, one and innumerable, a spirit who is no one and innumerable, the one mystic infinite person of his world, multiplies his myriad personality on all his body sealed his divinity stamp, and sits in it immortal and unique. 146.62. And then above that, the immobile stands behind each daily act, a background of the movement and the scene, upholding creation on its might and form, and change on the immutable deathless poem. The truth supreme, vast and impersonal, is faultlessly the hour and circumstance. His substance is pure gold, ever the same, thus shaped into vessels for the Spirit's use. His gold becomes the wine jar and the vase. His gold becomes the wine jar and the vase. All there is supreme epiphany. The all wonderful makes a marvel of each event. The all blissful smiles with rapture the heart's throb. A pure celestial joy is a use of sense. Each being there is a member of the self, a portion of the million thoughted all, a clement with timeless unity, the merry sweetness, the joy of difference, etched with the intimacy of the one. Well, this is the lesson Savitri is giving to Yama about the overhead planes and the planes that spread, extend in the transcendent itself. The highest that has descended in several passages of Savitri from the overhead plane, the highest that has come down in Savitri brings to us the ambience and power of the speech that belongs to the sheer transcendental world, Paravani. And it is something which cannot come unless the poet has those realizations. Unless the poet has those realizations. And if the poet has those realizations, how can his creation, how can his Savitri become a fictional creation? We had the description of the entire hierarchy of the superior plane, spiritual plane and the transcendental plane in Savitri. Savitri herself giving a lesson to Yama about this thing. But even before that, earlier than that, Shenendu has described this plane in his magnum opus, The Life Divine. We collect those passages from The Life Divine also.